All right.
Mm.
Okay, and we are live. Amy Romeo and Jen Swift of Willcrafted Studio. Amy, how are you today?
I'm good, Jen. How are you?
Um, it's my heart always starts beating kind of fast right before we start these lives. I mean, video is
Yeah.
not my like natural element, and so I always get like kind of nervous, but excited, but yet nervous, and I always kind of have to calm myself down a little bit.
You're awesome. I'm still adjusting my equipment here, but anyway, it is what it is. We always have these last minute little technical things, don't we?
Well, because we don't look at it till the last minute, and then we're actually sitting here looking at each other, and
Yes.
we're like, oh.
Right. I look
So,
much taller than you today,
and
but
my chair is up
can't.
as high as it can go.
Yeah. Oh, maybe, oh, no, that's what I'll do. Oh, there we go. Oh, look,
Oh,
I did
hey, we're
it.
even.
Thank you. That was awesome.
Amy, how tall are you in real life?
Oh, Olivia and I were talking about this last night. She was trying to guess how tall you were. So I am 5'6" and a half. 5'6" and
Wow.
3/4, actually. But I'm shorter than all of my kids now.
Yeah,
So,
my son is 6'3", but I'm 5'4", so
also, you
there's
are shorter than me.
I am
Olivia
very
guessed that you
yeah,
were short.
I
Olivia
am.
guessed that you were short. Olivia was last night imagining when we're all going to meet, and it's going to be
Yeah.
me and you and her, and what we're going to do together, the three of us. She was very
Oh,
excited.
actually, I think that would be awesome. I don't have a
Yeah.
daughter, and so I get really excited about other people's daughters. And so I'm like, would
Hmm.
it be weird if I sent so and so a care package at college? And my son's dating someone right now. It's like the first time he's ever dated anybody. And so I'm like, would it be
Uh-huh.
weird if I sent her earrings? And I'm like talking to him, and he's like, maybe give it another few weeks. But now that it's been like, like 6 or 5 weeks or something, he's like, sure, it's okay now.
Aw, that's nice. Oh, everyone's saying good morning to us.
Let's see, let's see,
Let
let's
me
see.
see
Who's here?
what we got here. Tammy's here, Kathy, Roseanne, Marty, Sonia's here, Kathy, Christine. Hi, Christine. Maureen, Linda. Oh, goodness. Everyone's here. This is so nice.
Aw.
Roseanne, Olivia is 12 and she is going on 17, I guess. She's very mature for her age and she loves crafts. So we're always talking about crafts, which is really fun
Well,
because
I
she
feel like
helps
she's
me.
like a really good, like, she's already got a really good sense of design and color, and she's your
She
second opinion
does.
a lot.
She is. She is. And she loves Procreate. Jen taught her Procreate. So she's very excited about that. Oh,
Oh,
Emily's
Jen's
here. Hi,
here.
Emily.
Christine, is that what, how you, is that how old, or sorry, how tall you are, or is that your guess for me?
Oh, that's right.
Let's see. Oh, yeah, Emily's here. That's awesome. She did Craft Fest yesterday. It was Emily's project was one of the. So should we talk about Craft Fest quick?
Oh, yes. Let me just reply to Roseanne. Yes, Olivia is very tall. She's very tall for 12. She in my family, the torsos are short and the legs are very long. So Olivia has these amazing long legs. And yes, she's about as tall as me. Like slightly taller. I'd say she's 5'7" and I'm 5'6" and whatever.
Wow, that is tall.
Yeah. No, she's tall. She makes a good cheerleader with those long legs.
Yep,
Yep.
for sure.
But yes, let's talk about Craft Fest.
Oh, my mom's here too.
Hmm.
She was very sad when we weren't on, like for a couple weeks here.
Oh, well, here we are. Hi, Linda.
And she's
Nice to
actually
see
so
you.
I'm gonna go out to Montana and see her at the end of next week. So we'll have one more of these
Hmm.
before I head out. And the thing she wants to do is she wants to make your Craft Fest project with
Oh, yay.
the vintage ornaments, which everybody I
Uh-huh.
think is going crazy about. They're also loving Emily's intro to her project, and her project does, it's always awesome. So,
Yes. I love that. Did you see? I didn't see Emily's alternate. She made this like really cool Halloween magical memories explosion box. And then
hmm
she gave, because some people just aren't into Halloween. Like I love Halloween,
right.
but there are some people that will email me and say, Amy, I like your normal stuff, but I'm really not into Halloween.
hmm
But Emily made an alternate. It's like an autumn basket. So it's
hmm
the same idea as the center. It's like a cauldron, in the center of her explosion box, and she made an autumn basket using the same technique, which I thought was so cool.
Yeah, so we got really excited when we saw the cauldron because one cool thing is that everybody gets to like kind of see, like in our little group, gets to see
Yeah.
what other people are working on ahead of time. And so I got really excited when they saw the cauldron, and I thought that was like, I mean, it was so amazing. I thought that was the project. And so when I
Yeah.
did see that she had this alternate, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so cute.
Yeah.
So
It
yeah,
it was really, really super cool. Super
yep.
cool. Roseanne says hi to your mom.
Oh,
Oh,
that's so
everyone's saying
sweet.
hello to Emily.
Yeah.
And then today in the Craft Fest, we have two more. Well, everyone's our friend, but we have two more of our like super, super besties.
Well, that
We
we've known
have,
for like 5 years.
yes, we have. I was tagging on Instagram today and I knew every single crafter except for one of them. So then the one I don't know, Jen Good, she's going to be my new like second BFF
She's
because
the
I'm going to
person
get
you're
to
gonna
know her.
stalk. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, pretty much. Yeah, pretty
Okay.
much. But today, Lucy Foxworth is doing this adorable little black cat. It's like I think it's a candy basket.
Okay, so that one is like okay. If anybody, I don't know if anyone's I don't know why I know it because it's older than I am, but it's a real vintage looking like cat. So it's like Halloween cat from
Yes.
like the 40s or 50s.
Yeah, super
But
vintage. Very
yeah, but
cool.
you know those old or those old like plastic, things that we'd carry our Halloween candy on. So it
Hmm.
kind of looks like that, like it would be one of those, but it's oh, it's the cutest thing ever, and I love that it's a
It's
black cat
adorable.
because Lucy is all about the cats.
She
So
is. It's adorable. And then our friend Jen Starr is making her presentation is today too, and she made a really cool rhinestone and felt angel. Is it an angel or is it a
it's
bird? I can't remember.
it's a gnome angel.
It's a gnome angel. Oh, that's so clever.
Yep.
I remember it being like really. I like how minimalist and simple it is because it's all white, but then it does have the bling of the rhinestones. That one looks really fun.
Yeah, and did she do some alternates too? So most everybody does some kind of alternate projects that they put in the VIP.
Right.
Um, and so I knew Lucy was experimenting with several different alternates. So
Mm-hmm.
and then I think the Jen Star she had like a bat gnome at one point. So I don't know if that made it into her VIP or not, but that was cute too.
Yeah.
So
And that's another really fun thing about these events. If you get the VIP, then you get all the perks. They're not like you don't have to have them. And with an event as big as the Craft Fest with 50 projects, you know, you don't
yeah.
need to have extra stuff. But it's kind of fun. Like for my ornaments, I gave 3 ornament designs in my video, and then I have 3 more as a bonus that you can
Oh, okay.
download. So, that's kind of fun. If you're doing a whole tree, especially, then you have 6 options.
Yeah,
That was
honestly,
my
the cost
thinking.
of the VIP, it always seems like you're like, oh, it's an extra cost, when you're thinking free. But oh my gosh, the amount of designs you get, the amount, then be able to
Yeah.
keep the videos, it's like
Yeah.
if you actually break down the cost of it, it's like such a no-brainer. But still, I know you got to
Yeah.
kind of pick and choose if you think you're going to use it or
Yeah.
not. But yeah, I'm
No, for
excited to
sure.
make those.
I agree.
We're gonna make stuff at my mom's this time.
I
I actually
agree.
extended my trip.
Kathy, oh, you did?
Yeah, just so we
So,
could do more stuff.
so you leave on Wednesday. You leave on Wednesday, and then when do you come back?
Like, well, I leave on the 11th and come back on the 23rd. But we're gonna,
Wow.
yeah, it's like the night of the 11th, so it's like the 12th, 23rd.
Mm-hmm.
But we're gonna go out to Washington to see Jasper, and I'll get to meet his
Oh,
new
yay.
friends, and yeah, it'll be fun.
That's awesome.
I like to travel with my parents.
I
It's
love
fun.
that. That's going to be so fun.
Yeah.
Um, let's see. Kathy says she's making Emily's explosion box today. That is so cool. Yay, Kelly's here. Hi, Kelly. We were
Lindra.
talking about you yesterday. We'll have to send you an email. Let's see. Yes, Martha. Emily wins the
I was
prize
just
for
gonna
the
say
most
that.
entertaining introduction in Craft Fest. It was funny because Emily, is one of our crafty besties, and she sent us her intro
It's like,
before
should I
she,
really
right
do
when she
this?
filmed it. Yeah,
Yeah.
she was like, "Should I do this or is it dumb?" And we told her, "No, it's awesome. Everyone's gonna love it, and it's memorable too." I've
Yeah.
seen so many comments, people talking about how fun that was.
Yeah. No, it
That,
was.
that was really cool.
Okay.
Yeah, Linda said she's got a lot going on, so she hasn't been able to watch a lot. So sometimes you get in, the event, you think, oh, well, I'm going to be able to watch all the sessions. The Craft Fest has 10 sessions a day. It's crazy
Yeah. It's really crazy.
because
It's
there's,
really grown like crazy.
yeah, because there's so many speakers. So, that's a good example for when the all access pass or the VIP pass becomes more appealing.
So one cool thing about
But
these
yeah.
is it teaches you technique, but then it also when it gives you all these designs, but it also gives you ideas. This is like a prime way of looking to see what's kind of coming up that's new and interesting
Mhm.
and trending and
Mhm.
spotting new. Because I don't know if anybody's doing the craft social media stuff, but you tend to see like something and then it gets like like it's something new, and then it gets a ton of likes and interest, and then
Mhm.
it pops up here, kind of someone took the idea and they ran with it, and then a couple more people figured it out and ran with it, and you start
Mhm.
seeing all these people loving it and doing it. So in social media, it's kind of easy to spot those runaway trains, and it's kind of interesting because you and I are looking at it as a point of view as what can we teach people that they're going to want to know. But a lot of these
Right.
people on social media are looking at it as what can I make that other people are going to think is really cool and really interesting.
Mhm.
I'd love to know in the comments if people are thinking like they craft more for gifts, or do they craft more to make things that they want to like learn how to make, like techniques. Like,
Mhm.
what's your motivation when you see a project? Do you want to make it because you want to make it, or do you have somebody in mind that you'd gift it to?
Right. Or are you making to sell? Because that's the other,
Okay.
reason people are spotting trends. They're
Yes.
selling their creations.
Yeah, there was a gal at Michael's yesterday when I walked out, and she was just starting to like really just get irate at the one checkout person now. There's like a checkout person. It was because it was the weekend,
Yeah.
but she's getting really irate. She's like, "Why do you have a? It's like not even October. Well, and it was October, but and you have Halloween out, or why? Why do you do that? And then you have Christmas out." And she's getting so upset. And I'm just like, you know what, honey, crafters are thinking months in advance because it takes time to make stuff, right?
It takes time to make stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when I did my Christmas event last year, my 25 days of earrings. I started
Mm-hmm.
on November 11th, I think, and I got quite a few messages of people telling me, "Thank you for starting in November, even though it was before Thanksgiving even, because it takes time to make all these things, especially if you're going to
Yeah.
give them as gifts."
Yep.
So, I thought that was interesting. I wouldn't have thought. Sometimes we're worried that, oh, it's too early,
No.
but for crafters, it's not.
No, it takes time. You're crafting on your weekends and your evenings usually. So,
Right. And you should tell that lady that they've had Halloween up since Labor Day, and they've had, or maybe Halloween since 4th of July, and they've had Christmas up since Labor Day.
I know she was just so it was like,
Yeah.
oh my goodness, because obviously she wasn't like a normal crafter if she was that shocked by it,
Right.
because I mean it's been like that for years. So,
So
yeah.
when I worked for Federated department stores, I worked for Burdines, which was a division of Federated. Federated owns Macy's, and Federated bought all of the Burdines department stores in Florida, 52 of them. I worked
Mm-hmm.
there as a buyer. So it was basically like the Florida Macy's. And then they rebranded all of them as Macy's. But so now that the Macy's that we have in Florida used to be Burdines, which was like the classic Florida department store. But anyway, I worked in the buying offices, and we went to market in New York, and we would buy 9 months in advance. I was in the
Wow.
apparel department, but that's how we got to see a lot of trends. It's funny because when I did the very first Maker Fest in
Mm-hmm.
2020, I reached out to one of my buyer friends and I said, "Hey, what trends are you seeing in Christmas and decor?" Because now she's a buyer for Dollar Tree, I think,
Mm-hmm.
and she's going to these markets. And that's another great way to get a real heads up at what's trending, because those vendors have to have that stuff when the buyers go to market
Yep.
almost a full year before you see it in the store. So I reached out to her and I said, "Hey, I'm doing this big event for this big crafter. Can you give me some heads up on what's trending in home decor for Christmas?" So
So
then I
that is
came up.
actually something I read about a long time ago. Is the trends usually work like for some reason they come out in like apparel first,
Hmm.
and they usually come off the runways and stuff. But then they kind of filter and they come down into like mainstream apparel, and then they come down into home decor, and then from home decor they come down and then they go from big things to small things. And so you
Mm-hmm.
won't see it as much for the big things because they're high ticket items, so you'll just see
Right.
like a little bit of it here or there. And then it comes down into like pillows and things like that. And then it's much more like, the novelty. And then you start
Right.
getting into like the smaller items and like it just is like full board. Like the stuff that you make with your earrings. I mean, you can go total novelty with those. And it's like the most
Yes.
fun and I would wear it in a second. But would I get like leggings that had like, those all over prints,
Right.
I'm not
Right.
necessarily gonna like invest that much into it sometimes. But, so you see it kind of filtering. And then it used to filter from Europe over to US and come in from the coast. But I feel like with the internet, that's not a thing anymore. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. No, I would agree with that. I would agree with that. Everyone's still talking about Emily's explosion box. It's just the coolest thing ever.
well, and Kelly she's going on day 5. And she has got some super cute stuff she's doing. So,
Oh yes, I love Kelly's work. Love, love, love.
okay, so people are doing a lot that they like the techniques.
Mm-hmm.
They also they like to learn how to do things. I think photos really get us in, like we look at stuff and we're like, oh, photos. Like instead of,
Yeah.
you can glance at something and instantly you're like analyzing it and you're like, okay, that's cool. I like that. You don't necessarily know why you like that, but you really like it. So,
Yeah. Any project that lets you take memories and turn them into, especially something giftable, that's awesome. And that's, Emily's area of expertise. So I always love seeing what she comes up with.
oh yeah. She's another one like you where she just keeps coming up with stuff and you're like, how does she just keep coming up with it?
I know. It's incredible.
Yeah.
Did you see that little ghost keychain that I shared on social media? It had like the little flowers. It was
It
like the
was a
little ghost.
boho ghost.
A
Yes,
boho
because I like
ghost, which,
sent you like the heart with the whoa, because that is like
yeah.
so my style.
But I thought that was kind of on trend, and even the little skull flowers. I don't know. I don't think I have it down here, but anyway, I thought that was kind of trendy, and I got a ton of reaction from that.
Okay, so now why did you
Even
think that was trendy?
well, because I've seen a ton of like boho ghosts and the those like that retro font, the wavy style. I've
Mm-hmm.
seen a lot of that in t-shirt designs, especially. I follow a lot of like, crafters that do t-shirt designs, a lot of direct to film transfer people seeing what designs they're creating to sell for crafters to make.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was kind of fun, a fun take on a ghost. And
So
I got a ton of reactions on social media for that one.
yeah,
Come here, Sasha.
I thought it was super cute.
Thank
So
you.
that's actually something else that if you were somebody who was doing like a craft shows in your area, you'd want to look at what's popular in your area. But if you're
Hmm.
in like an online space, looking to see what's popular in that online space,
Hmm.
because if your market is DTF transfers for, then you're going to want to look to see
Right.
what other people are doing, kind of. But I almost feel like you can't just look at one thing and then go do it because then you don't filter it through your own personal style. So you have to look at a bunch of things. So now any
Yeah.
one thing stands out and then it just kind of all come together and filter through what you like and what you can do
Hmm.
and your ideas. So,
Yeah, I
do you
agree with
agree?
that. I like looking at Etsy for trends. I think Etsy's a great place for crafting trends. Yesterday, I'm working on designs for my 20-day event, my Faux La La holiday
Which I
crafting
love that
event.
title, Faux La La.
Yeah,
I'm so glad
I
you
don't
went
know.
with
I'm
that.
kind of I'm kind of regretting it when I say it
No,
out
no,
loud. It
no,
sounds
no, I
silly,
love
but
it.
okay. Anyway, I want to do some ornaments that are kind of like Scandinavian inspired, So I was looking on Etsy and then I realized, well, it's not really Scandinavian, it's more like folk art. But I
Hmm.
was just searching on Etsy at my daughter's cheer practice. I look on Etsy a lot. I love looking at Creative Market and Creative Fabrica. They always have, um, a lot of good trending designs, trending fonts
Hmm.
that you can get ideas from. Let's see. And we just have so many crafty friends. The great thing about social media, I'm on Instagram for my business. I'm not on Instagram for my personal life. I'm on Instagram for my business, and I follow all these really cool crafty people. So I get lots of ideas and inspiration from there too. Do you do the same?
No, I kind of avoided Instagram for years. So I'm trying to kind of like, I don't know. I'm trying to give it like a legit shot. Like
Mm-hmm.
see if it really does is something I don't like that I like to do. Every once in a while I do, and then I'm like, no, I don't really like this. So right now, if you guys watch or follow me on Instagram, I'm really, really trying to like post consistently, and it is interesting because I'll come up with some things I won't think about, but I'm like, oh yeah, that does make a good post. Like I did a little post about the difference between printable vinyl and sticker paper, and I'm like,
Oh,
oh
cool.
yeah, so
Yeah, that's cool.
that's good. But so I am now getting sucked into the Instagram thing because I'm on it more. So I'm seeing more
Mm-hmm.
and more videos and reels and just and I think one thing that's kind of cool is if you follow, like you said, somebody who's in a similar niche. Oh, Tammy's got to go. A similar niche, but then is sorry, random, but like removed by a couple. Then it
Yeah.
helps you translate things into your own niche without completely
Mm-hmm.
copying all the time.
Right.
So like I follow resin people sometimes because I like
Mm-hmm.
or laser craft or
Mm-hmm.
like different things like that. So but they kind of like they trickle over sort of.
Right. I saw, I think I was actually inspired for the ghost because I saw Laura Lambert, our friend Laura Lambert did a t-shirt that was like a boho ghost, but it was part of a larger design. It looks nothing like the ghost, that I ended up with. It was
Yep.
just, it gave me the idea of like the little flower headband.
Yeah, now that you mention it, I saw that too, and I didn't equate the two, but now I'm thinking about it, and I saw a tech wrap vinyl
Hmm.
reel where it was like that too. So yeah, you
Yeah.
start to kind of see things, and you might not even realize you're seeing it, and then all of a sudden you're like, yeah, no, I'm gonna make something. That's what I want to make. I really like that,
Hmm.
and you're like, oh, yeah. My mom mentioned Pinterest, so that's like a place
Oh,
where
yes, of course. Yes.
I don't go there a ton anymore, but it's all images, so it works really well.
Yeah.
Yep.
Whenever I go on Pinterest, I sort of then switch to like my business head without, I'm like, oh, there's my pin. I should probably pin that somewhere. Oh,
Oh,
there's another one of my pin. I wonder if, am I just seeing this pin because it's mine or are other people seeing it?
uh huh.
And I think, gosh, I really should be on Pinterest more. So I get distracted. I have a hard
Yeah.
time using Pinterest like a normal person.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a great tip. Oh, Kelly likes my faux la la idea. Thank you, Kelly.
Because it's
So I've
awesome.
been
So, Amy, tell us.
been
So, so like right now talking about this, I would say, so, boho ghost. What about a
mm-hmm.
boho snowman? Boho
Hmm.
Santa? Kind of thinking like,
Oh.
how can you kind of, like bring some of those things together? So I actually was trying to, for this, which is a workshop coming up soon, I was trying to do, like in my head, I'm like, do I want to do woodland animals? Do I want to do
Mm-hmm.
Scandinavian? Do I want to
Mm-hmm.
do, what do I want to do? I want to do like a ski thing, kind of
Mm-hmm.
trying to come up with some basic overall themes. And then I started kind of mashing them together in my head and came up with these animals wearing ski sweaters.
So
And
cute. Hold,
yeah,
hold it, hold it up and be still so we can see. It's so cute.
so that's one of
I
them.
love that.
And then, yeah, this one.
Boho reindeer. That's a cute idea, Linda. A boho reindeer.
But it's funny because this whole animals wearing sweaters thing was like the only thing I could get like excited about, and I started coming up with all
Mm-hmm.
these brushes for sweater designs, so they can like actually use Procreate brushes to make the sweater designs.
That is so
and
cute. And yesterday I got my Amazon catalog and they have animals with sweaters. So
and
you're
you
right
knew
on
that's what
trend.
I was doing.
Right on trend.
See, and I think maybe we just don't realize half the time that we like have this kind of censor out. Because, yeah, you told me that, and I'm like, no way. And then I thought about it, I'm like, well, yeah, that's like super cute. And then I was on Anthropology's website and saw their Christmas designs, and that's all like their home decor stuff. is got
Mm-hmm.
a lot of animals wearing sweaters. So sometimes you don't realize that you're tracking that stuff until it kind of comes
Right.
together.
Right. And then it comes together, which is really cool. And the best thing about it is always putting your own spin on it and your own style. So I
Yep.
love that.
Yep. And that's what it is. Because
Oh, Kathy made my ghost yesterday. Oh, awesome. I made that
boho
for
emu.
I made that a boho emu. That's funny.
Okay, actually, I really want you to do that one. That's really cute. Do
A
that
boho
for,
emu?
yep. I don't know
Yeah, no,
how you would
that's
do
that
that,
that
but that
that
would be
that's not
super
happening.
cute.
Now, a boho llama, I don't know, a Christmas llama. Llamas were a big trend a couple years ago in crafting.
So llamas are still a trend. So that would be like building on a trend that's already established. Whereas I think
Uh-huh.
the emus are a coming trend. So you might be
And
a little
emu is a
early for
coming
that one
trend.
yet.
Okay. I'm gonna wait till 2024
For the
for the
emu?
faux la la emu event.
Okay.
Yeah, to do the yeah.
All right.
Now is an emu a llama? What
No,
animal
an
is an
emu's
emu?
that ostrich bird. It's in a commercial
Oh,
for Liberty Mutual.
oh, I know that bird. I thought
Yep.
that was a goose.
I think it's a giant ostrich sort of animal.
No,
I,
when
I'm
I
pretty
think
sure.
giant ostrich, I think of the movie Up. Remember the big bird at the
Yeah.
end that everyone finds out is a mom?
Mm-hmm.
What was the bird's name?
Jen says
Well,
Fola
oh,
Llama. That's
that's
so
it.
awesome.
That's it. You know what? I might actually do a llama. That would be funny. A Christmas llama.
Mm-hmm. I think you
Okay.
should.
If I do a Christmas llama, I'm going to need everyone, when I post it on social media during my event, I'm going to need all of y'all to tell me that it's really cute. Okay.
And a sweater emu. I might have to do that one. That might be a thing
Oh, la llama.
for
Nate,
my
Nate,
sweaters.
Sasha, I'm sorry if you hear my dog. She's going through a little anxiety attack here. Sasha, sit down.
Is she feeling
Sit
okay?
down. Well, she did eat one of my photo props earlier today, a wood bead garland.
I've seen
So
you use that in a bunch of stuff.
yes,
Like that's in a
you will
lot of
not
your
see it.
photos.
You will not see it anymore because it is in her belly right now.
Oh, that poor, poor puppy.
So I think she's regretting her choice right now. So I wonder if the faux la llama should be the mascot, the official mascot of my holiday event.
It could
But
be.
now I have to do it. Here, come up
Oh,
here. Do you
but
want
you
to
know
say
what I'm
hi?
doing for everybody here? For
Come
this
up here.
is because our mascot is the squirrel. I am for
Uh-huh.
sure doing a squirrel wearing a sweater. So that's gonna be a thing. So
That'll be so cute.
it will.
Here,
It
can you
totally
see my
works.
dog? Can you see my dog?
Oh,
There
the
she
poor
is.
puppy.
Sasha. It's okay. It's okay. Okay.
She
Okay.
says I want my mommy. I don't feel good.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, that's right. Kevin. Thank you,
Yeah,
Kelly.
that's what.
That's awesome. That's my favorite. That's my favorite movie, by the way. Up.
Yeah.
Love that movie. Yeah.
I thought you liked the Christmas movie the best.
I do, but in terms of like Disney Pixar, Up is my favorite movie.
Okay. It is a
We
really good
called it
one.
the we called it the balloon movie when my kids were little. See, everyone likes the mascot. That's awesome. So I'm doing 20 days. I just need 19 more ideas. So go.
Whatever. How many do you have? For real.
I have about 10.
Okay.
I have about 10. So I'm going to do, out of 20 days, I'm going to do an ornament and then something else. An ornament and then something else. So I have hair bows. I have earrings. I have bookmarks.
Mm-hmm.
What else do I have that's kind of cool? I don't know. I have a couple different things.
What about a tag for, because I've seen this lately, people are putting customized tags on their stockings.
Yes, I have the stocking tag and also gift tags.
Okay.
Yes.
So that sounds like, quite a bit.
No, I'm getting there. I'm definitely getting there.
Let's see what
Oh,
else.
thanks, Roseanne. Yeah, no, she's not a small dog. She's a big girl.
What about, have you seen where people, the coffee things that go around the coffee cups, coffee holder
Mm-hmm.
thing? Could you do a
Oh
faux
yeah,
leather coffee? I mean,
yeah. That's not a bad idea.
I have good ideas.
You do have good ideas. You have lots of good ideas. Oh, I'm going to do an ornament that can be personalized with like initial.
That's a
Yeah,
good one.
I got some ideas in the works, but now I need a full alarm. I can't even say it.
Well,
A
what about
full
the
llama.
Yeti? Are you not going to do the Yeti, are you? I'm
I'm not
seriously,
going to
the
do the Yeti.
Yetis.
I'm going to push the Yeti to 2024. It's going to be the Yeti and the emu together.
I tell you, okay, you guys are gonna want to go now, and when you check out like the wrapping paper, because you're always gonna see more trendy stuff in wrapping paper.
Hmm.
When you go to Target, or I noticed Michael's had wrapping paper, look at the wrapping paper. You're gonna see a Yeti one for
Okay.
sure. It was a thing last year, like starting at like Target had 3 or 4 trends for their
Hmm.
holiday like gift bags, and one
Hmm.
was well, Santa Claus is always one of them. One was gnomes because that's gotten big.
Hmm.
But another was the Yeti. I'm telling ya. Oh, and
Oh,
snowmen.
you know what?
Snowmen's like a
You know what
perennial.
I'm doing? You know what I'm doing that I've wanted to do for years, but I couldn't make them small enough? I'm doing nutcrackers, but um they're going to be bookmarks.
Okay, so
The
nutcrackers
little
is
tassel.
another thing that I think's coming.
Hmm.
Like like I've seen it the last couple of Christmases, and I think it. I mean, and that's one of those traditional Christmas things that is just kind of
Right.
being reinvented, and so it's
Yeah.
getting to be
So I did
popular.
those. I did those yesterday, but I'm going to do them in sort of updated colors, like pinks and greens, and
Mm-hmm.
they can be done in traditional Christmas colors too. But that's another way to update traditional
I
Christmas designs, which is
yes,
cooler colors
that's so
or
true.
more current colors. Yeah.
So I actually have a post on making handmade gifts and another one on trends. So the making hand gifts, it's actually like the post that I have is I wrote it last year because somebody asked some questions, but it's actually how to give gifts to your like give handmade gifts without it
Hmm.
causing like this big family schism. So like
Hmm.
instead of like spending 30 hours making something and putting time and effort into it and then giving it to somebody who doesn't actually appreciate handmade stuff and maybe wanted
Hmm.
something completely different and
Hmm.
wouldn't necessarily appreciate the genius and the time and effort, how can you go ahead and gauge what you're going to be like giving is something that someone else is going to want, first of all, because we do want
Hmm.
them to want it. And I
Yeah,
can't
for
tell
sure.
you how many times somebody's complained in a Facebook group that they brought over these like thing of handmade cookies to their neighbor for Christmas with an engraved spatula or something, and the person looked at it and said, "Hey, cool, thanks for the pie." And like they don't even look at the thing you put 30 hours into.
Yeah.
So kind of trying to like, well, how do I go ahead and do this so that it doesn't cause me psychological trauma and actually is a
Hmm.
good, still, you know.
Hmm.
So I have a post about that too.
Oh, awesome. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, so I thought, but the trend thing is something I thought we would do.
Christine asked when my event is. It's going to start November 20th. November 20th.
November 20th.
Yes. So I have time.
Because we have an event coming up in early November.
We do. Yes, Kathy, I'm gonna do faux leather mini wreaths. I thought today about doing a mini wreath ornament with faux leather leaves, and then the inside can be an initial. That was something I thought of.
Okay,
Oh,
I
thanks
love
for
that wreath
posting that,
idea.
Jen. I'll
Yeah,
have
I
to
have
check
the
that
one
out.
about the handmade thing too. Because actually, when we plan these lives, I kind of have an idea of what we're going to do. And then I
Mm-hmm.
sometimes forget to tell you about it.
And
So that was
you
on
know I
my.
handle last minute information so well.
I know. Today was bad. Today it was like 5 minutes before. um,
Brenda's asking where do I like to buy faux leather, and I buy on Amazon, and I also buy on Etsy. And every post I make and every YouTube video I have, I always link to the exact supplies I used. And if you kind of follow those things, I always buy the same faux leathers from Amazon, and I always buy the same, from the same shops on Etsy. So that's a good starting point. Any of my projects.
for the Craft Fest ornaments, do you have affiliate links in your blog for that?
I do. I have a post on my page. Let
Do you
me,
think
do you want me
I
to
was
put
gonna
it in
say,
the
could you
chat?
find that? Because actually, my mom wants to get that leather for it. So when we do it out
Oh,
in
okay.
Montana, we have it. So I've been meaning to ask you. So yeah, Kathy said a faux leather coaster. That would be cool. Like
That's
coffee,
a cool
like or a
idea.
little mug thing, you know? That would be
Mm-hmm.
adorable.
That's a cool idea.
I like that too. I'm
My
really loving
craft
wreaths.
fest
They're just kind of like a
supplies.
forever thing people love.
Yeah, I was looking that up today too. I was looking because someone made a really cool felt wreath in the craft fest yesterday. Who was it? Was it Cheryl? Anyway, I want to
Um,
go back and watch how she did it. Was
yeah,
it
no, you
Cheryl?
mentioned it. Now I'm thinking about it. I don't know, but I did see it.
Yep. I'll find it. But that was really pretty. But I've seen basically two kinds of wreaths. One is where you cut the leaves from holly and you go all the way around, and then one where it's just um like regular leaves and they go all the way around. Almost like mistletoe leaves or something, where they're
Hmm.
just sort of rounded.
So
Sasha.
mistletoe, I think, is something that's going to be coming up, and I think that's coming from that Nordic Scandinavian. So it's little white
Mm-hmm.
berries.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that actually is something I've been playing with for different things. I think that'd be
Some
fun.
mistletoe. That sounds cute.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look on the schedule page because now this is gonna bother me about the cool. Yeah, with Cheryl, the holiday felt wreath. That was
Okay.
from day one, and all of her leaves are holly leaves. And then I think when I clicked on it, I saw that she did some alternates also. So I'm
Mm.
gonna watch how she did that.
I have to say, I'm
I
kind of
think she
regret not
used.
being in Craft Fest.
Yeah.
I passed on it so I could work on like a different project, thinking I needed to like keep my blinders on. But now
Uh
everybody's
huh.
having fun and doing cool stuff.
Yeah. That's okay. You
It
you still
is.
have lots of cool stuff. And we have an event coming up very soon where we both have cool stuff in it.
It's true. Yep. I'm actually trying to come up with a bunch of other stuff right now too, because I'm actually going to do a workshop in November, mid-November. So
Is that your animals and sweaters?
yeah, yeah. So I'm actually going
Yeah.
to show people how to draw them and Procreate. But then I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to do like different projects, like to show you what you can do with it. So
Mm-hmm.
obviously there's stickers, but then I tried doing like taking the design and color, like printing out the design from Procreate and then coloring it with infusible ink markers, and it didn't work so well. Do you guys want to
No.
see my? I don't know that's an
I
entirely
want
a
to see.
fail. I mean, it's
I
kind of a
want to
fail
see.
because it doesn't look good, but at the same time, I learned a lot about the techniques. Okay, ready? This is like my clown face. It's like you can't even tell that it's a hedgehog.
Oh, it looks like a Cheshire cat.
No, it looks like a clown face. So this one was not so bad. But see how you
Oh,
can
that was
see like
cute.
you can see the
Uh-huh.
coloring marks from the markers. It's not like
Uh-huh.
it's a solid. And then the ink, let's see. The ink colors, this is supposed to be pink in his cheeks. And
Oh,
but
that's super
the
cute.
the little lines, let's see if you can hold it still. The little lines in the trees, those were made with a 0.4-inch infusible ink marker, and I just drew those
Mm-hmm.
on, and that worked really well. But yeah, that was like it's like a clown face.
That's super cute.
So that one still needs work. I ordered some more, some like not Cricut infusible ink like sublimation markers from
Mm-hmm.
Amazon that are coming today in different colors. I'm gonna see if I can do something with it to make it like cooler.
Oh,
But
that
thank you
sounds fun.
guys.
Kelly's
Oh,
asking, did you
acetone.
use acetone?
I did not. And actually that was one of the things I was going to look up is what can I add something to it to make it more like more painterly and so you don't see the
Mhm.
lines from the markers. I'm going to look that up now.
Oh, Kelly says she did a video on the watercolor infusible ink method.
Well,
So you're going to have to go
Kelly,
check
do you
that
have
out.
a link to that? You should pop that into the chat cuz yeah, that's
Yeah, we'd
exactly
all
what I
love
was going
to
to look
see
up
that.
cuz
We
I
would
think
all
that
love
would
to
look
see
a
that.
lot better. I also thought about trying to like split the design up so that you have like use some infusible ink transfer paper and then go on top of it the drawing. I'm not really sure. But yeah, the watercolor is more of the look I was going for. So,
You get to do all the
yay!
fun stuff.
I
Although I
like to
am going to make a
experiment.
faux llama, so that's kind of fun.
Oh, that's so fun. That's lots. That's like fun everywhere. That's like faux la fun. That's what
Faux
that's what
last
we're
name.
gonna call it.
Uh-huh. Come up
So
here. Come up here. Come up here. I can't let you out right now. Come up here. Okay.
so yeah, so I have a few different things that I'm kind of figuring out for that workshop because it's like my first real workshop, so I want it to be like out of the park. Trying to make it,
Yeah.
you know,
That sounds so awesome.
yeah,
I'm
it'll be
very
fun.
excited about that. And let's see. Kathy asked, what event is this? So we mentioned that we're in an event that we're going to start talking about on Monday. Is that right? Monday?
The 9th. Is that Monday?
I think that's Monday. And on the 7th, I'm going to send an email on Saturday the 7th about another event I'm in. It's a party planning event that I made something really cool for. And then on Monday we'll talk about the other. There's just a lot of events right
Well,
now,
and
right?
and a lot of them don't let you talk about them ahead of time. So
Right. But
yeah,
we have some cool stuff. It's a busy season. That's
yes,
why we were all making like Christmas projects in the summer to get ready for all of these awesome events. But yes, just hang out with us for a little bit, give us another week and we'll be able to tell you
yeah.
all the fun details. So yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of hard because we get talking and you just kind of like things just start kind of like oh, and then this and oh, and then this and all this, and
Yes.
then you forget. You're like, oh wait, hold the brakes on that one for a minute here. Okay, so Linda does like my marker lines, so. And that's something else
Yeah,
you have
that's
to keep
cool.
in mind is that sometimes things don't look like you want it to look in your head, but that doesn't mean it isn't actually a really good thing. It's just
Yes.
not how it looks in your head. So you have to kind of step away and then come back to it later. And then you're like, oh, there actually is some really cool, like, there's stuff about this I love. I didn't realize because it wasn't what I had in my head. So,
Right. And that's what, you're so good at that too, like experimenting, and you love trying new products and new techniques. And I want to do it the first time and I want it to be perfect. And I just want to move on from there. But you really enjoy the process. And I think
well, I
that's
get
cool.
frustrated a lot. But, like, this just didn't work out the way I wanted it to. But I
Hmm.
think that your perspective is part of what makes you such a good teacher because people also when they're making projects they appreciate that somebody's very clear and they have very good directions and they get you in and get you out, and I think I've heard from multiple people that that's what they love about your videos is that you're very
Oh,
just
thank you.
confident in your steps and you show them exactly how to do it and then they do it and it works out. So
Yeah, I love that.
yeah.
I love that. Oh, Kristen's here. Hi, Kristen. Yes, we're coffeeing and chatting, but we will have to wrap it up a little short today because my dog who ate my wood bead garland needs to go do some business.
Yes,
I'm trying to
actually, so
entertain her by just petting her.
on that
Oh, what?
note, not that that's like the best note to end on, but maybe we should always.
Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. Get it. End on. All right, I'm gonna start getting into the stupid puns. Um, but yes, I think that this might be a good point to say, you guys. Yeah, Kelly's like same thing. I feel like I'm frustrated the first time it doesn't come out the way you want. You're always like optimistic, like, oh yes, I have this insanely cool idea. Of course it's gonna work, and then yeah, a lot of times it doesn't. So
Yeah, you're very patient with that. You'll try a lot of different ways. I'll try the
I
way
will.
that I'm 99% sure will work, and then I'll make a tweak if
Yeah,
needed. But yeah, I
you have
love
a
that.
lot of experience, so okay. So let's see. Amy, you're gonna like keep us. You're gonna keep us informed in how Sasha is.
Yes, I will let you know.
Okay.
She's good. We had some words this morning. I had to bring her over here and show her the wood beads, and she kind of looked around like it was someone else, which was really funny.
Mm-hmm.
I think she wanted to blame it on the cats, but the cats were not having it.
We had a dog eat an entire chocolate cake off a table, left the plates. The plate was clean. Like, it was just the cake was
Um,
gone. And we're like, how the heck? It's like it wasn't moved. It was just, it had a cake when we left and it had no cake when we came back. It was a chocolate cake.
wow.
And so, yeah, same thing. We're just like, looking, they get that bashful, like, won't you meet your
Yeah.
eyes?
Right. Was it
So,
me? Must have been somebody else.
Yep.
That's funny.
Yep.
But it was nice to see you and catch up with you today.
Yeah. Yeah. We got to start hanging out weekly. So, or, more than once a week so we can start talking about our next adventure more.
Yes, I'm very excited about that.
I'm getting more excited about it too. Yeah.
Yep. Yay.
Okay. Well, you guys, thanks so much for joining us. Kelly says love to your puppy too. So, yeah, keep us abreast on how she's doing.
Thank you,
You
Kelly.
guys, thanks for
Thank you,
sitting
Kelly.
here and hanging out with us and spending the time with us. It makes us feel really good to that we get to connect with you and that you're,
Mhm.
here with us. So, we appreciate that every single week. And then,
We do.
Amy,
We love
again,
that.
it was super fun to talk to you too because I missed our
Yay.
chats. Yeah.
Yay.
All right. And we will talk to you guys next week. Bye.
Okay. Thanks for watching.